Howdy. What up, guys? I hope you guys are doing good today. Today I'm going to show you guys my secret vehicle that I'm able to ride like a motorcycle but without insurance. It's going to be insane. But before I want to dive into this video, I do want to start us off just with a scripture, just to get that spiritual blood flow in. And we're going to be pulling up that Proverbs. And I just flipped to a random scripture. This is just, some random scripture. I'm not going to give any interpretation. I'm just going to let it sink in. So 4 and 5. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, the wayward woman with her seductive words. Alright, that's kind of weird, but it's from the Bible, so I don't know, I'm pretty sure it has some good context, but I'm not going to go into that. Anyways, let's go right in. So, here's my electric bike. So yeah, it's an electric bike. I call it the Batmobile. I mean, it looks kind of sick, right? So yeah, it's basically, if you see here, there's a motor actually in the back. So here we have the motor, which it's an electric motor. So I pull this throttle, and it's basically like a motorcycle. I pull that, and then it starts putting in power into the wheel. And I can actually ride this like a normal bike without power, and use manpower and save battery on the battery, because it's actually, so it comes with a key right here, and this is the battery right here. It's a pretty fat battery. It's about like 10 pounds, or I forgot the exact weight, but it's pretty heavy. It adds weight. So this battery right here, so you charge it, it just has like a normal AC adapter like any other iPhone charger, except it charges this big fat battery. It takes about 3 hours to charge, to get fully charged. And the battery, plug it into here, and then so the battery lasts. So the way it works is, this bike the top speed is 25 miles per hour. Right underneath the speed, that's right underneath the legal streets limit before you can. So basically, to have there's something called what's considered a vehicle that has to be registered is if it can go over 30 miles per hour. If it goes over 30 miles per hour, then you're gonna have to get it licensed and registered, and you're gonna have to have insurance in case you get in a crash. And so with this bike, it doesn't go past that 30 miles per hour. It's right at 25 miles, and so you can basically just pull off full throttle. And the thing I love about this bike is that I don't have to go on the street at all to use this, because it looks like a normal bike. When I ride it, it looks like a normal bike. Just, I got the fat tires just because of I want the tires that last a little bit longer and for off-road use, but you don't really need that, and I think it carries additional weight. But basically, I'm just pedaling, but if I don't feel like pedaling, I'll just pull in the throttle. But the other thing too is that this bike is absolutely silent. So I'm gonna power it on here. And so it's in my garage, so I don't want to I think I might have a video. It's like you can't even hear it. And at nighttime, this thing is, I mean, it's kind of bad at nighttime because then cars can't see you, so it's not really safe to ride at night. I was thinking about getting some like neon, you know, like Tron. I'm gonna get some like Tron LED lights on the tires and around the body for when I ride at nighttime, but I haven't gotten that yet. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this thing literally takes me anywhere. So it goes 25 miles per hour, which is like almost like moped speed, and it can take you. This bike particularly can take me about. So it takes me. If I there's something called if I pedal a little bit, and I put in there's this thing called pedal assist where you pedal a little bit and then it'll put in the rest in electrical power, like half and half, and it can take you 45 miles in distance. Now if you just want to do full like electric, like no pedaling at all, it can take you about like 30 miles on one full charge. So it's really good, even for long distance. Like this thing is a beast. It goes like uphill, pretty good. It can handle like all kinds of weather environments because of these slick, anti-slip tires. I also got an additional back basket here installed, which was like about $40. And so, actually, let's talk about the price of this. How did I not mention the price about this? So the price. So I paid. I'm gonna have a link in the description in case you guys are interested in this particular model. I paid about $870 on eBay, and got it shipped in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks into my house, and they delivered it. It was a big box. The assembly was pretty easy. You just follow the instructions. Some parts might require like 2 people on it, but it's pretty easy. Especially if you're really good at like putting things together, like Legos. It's not that hard. Most of it's already put together. So yeah, $870. So I paid this one time, and the electric, it doesn't use gas, it uses electricity. I'd say like the gas on this thing is essentially free almost. If not, probably like maybe $10 a month, probably less. Then it has a little headlight here for night rides. I love running at night, but my parents are. I'm still living. I'm not a full independent yet. I'm still 17, and parents don't want me running at night, which is understandable. So that's another drawback about having on the bike is rain. This is waterproof. This is a completely waterproof bike. I've ridden it in mud, full downpours, and it's completely sturdy. It has an IPX 64, which basically just means it can withstand a lot of rain. But if you go like in a straight lake and just drive into the lake, it might get malfunctioned. So it's water resistant, not waterproof, but very good. So the only problem is, yeah, you can get rained on, and so you might want, if on rainy days, if this is your full-on vehicle, you're probably gonna want to have like a poncho or something. Storage, yeah, you're only gonna be able to ride yourself unless you get one of these. Then you can install an extra seat, which I actually got for an extra person for rides. Right here, so I got the seat. This is also like $20 on eBay. It's pretty good. And I just install it on the back right here. You can get something like this if you want to do 2 people, and this with the fat tires is able to carry up to like 300 pounds. But most of the time, I'm probably not gonna be doing that. I got this little like cage here that I attach onto the bike, and this is where I'm able to carry groceries. And if I just got like stuff that I don't want to carry on my back or whatever, backpack, just gonna slide it on here. So yeah, slide that in, lock it, and bam. This cart's really cool because you can actually take it off and put it back on, and it has a little like kind of like luggage kind of style. Super really good. So for the locks, because obviously someone's gonna want to steal this, right? I live in a really good neighborhood, so I actually haven't gotten it stolen, and I've just been using this cable lock. I walk to school every day, hasn't gotten robbed. I go to the grocery store like every now, like I'd say like I don't really go to the grocery store that much, but I go to stores a lot, like Best Buy and Office Depot and Walmart, almost weekly, and I've never gotten it stolen. Not a part has been taken away, so I live in a pretty good neighborhood. But what I do is when I lock it, I put this thing around not just the main body, but I also put it with the big fat tire. Now when I first got this, I was worried that that wouldn't be enough, so I got this security lock. Yeah, so then I also got this this Avis security foldable lock, and it's a level 10 security. Basically, just what that means is that it's pretty secure. It has these metal rods. It can still be broken into, but the thing that makes this thing really, really good is that it has an alarm system on it. And it's very, very loud. It sounds like a bank robbery. Like loudness, it's very loud. So I use this when I know I'm in like a sketch area. But usually I just put the bike usually in the front. If I'm going to like a Walmart or whatever, I'll put it on the bike racks. I'll make sure that the bike rack is locked to the ground because there's some fake ones out there. And so I make sure that the place that I'm attaching to is locked onto the ground. I'll lock it. I'll use two locks. I'll use that one and the other lock so that it's hard to steal even parts like my tire. Alarm system if I need to. And I also have you can register them. The product, the bike, like serial numbers and stuff. So if somebody does steal it and they try to sell it, and the cops find out a seller who's using with that same serial number, they can catch the guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, the bike is just so freaking fun. I mean, it's so fun. So I'm just gonna quickly recap the pros and cons of an electric bike versus getting a car, because that's ultimately what I'm debating right now, since I'm starting to have to like do more errands or get to school or work on my own rather than relying on my parents all the time. And so some pros here: it's cheap compared to a car. I mean, $870 is insanely cheap compared to like a $5,000 used car. Not even new, because this bike is new. Low maintenance. Like I had it for about like 4 months now. I only have to do one repair, which was like a flat tire when I ran over a thick piece of glass, and it was only like, I think it was like $45, not even that much compared to a car. If you get a flat tire in there, it's like 100, 200 or whatever. So low maintenance, don't need to pay for insurance, especially if you're young. I mean, you're saving $300 a month while everyone else is having to pay $300 a month. It's big gains. But obviously there's a downside to that, which we'll get later into the cons, because that means you don't have car insurance, but maybe you have some other type of health insurance. So then you also have, I think in my opinion, they are faster, or sometimes just as fast as cars, because you can cut corners, not illegally. It's just because you're on a bike. You don't have to abide by the street rules because you're on a bike, so you can go on the sidewalks, you can go in between, little alleys and stuff. So in my opinion, very fast. You get exercise, put in a little exercise, where a car you're just sitting and getting fat. No gas, so again, more money being saved, probably a solid $200 a month there, maybe less or more, I don't know, because I don't have a car. And you can add a lot of features like I did with the back and all that stuff. You can add a lot of features on there to make it suit your needs. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Higher chance of getting injured. And so here's how it is. It's like you're more likely to get hit in a car accident, but if you do get hit on a bike, it's way more severe than if you got hit in the car. I mean, it really all just depends on, you know, the circumstance, but if you do get hit pretty bad, it can be very damaging. So that's a big risk there. So you have to have extreme defensive, in this case, pedestrian skills. Like, you don't want to just walk. If the sign says walk, but you see a crazy guy, don't just walk because it says the sign. You know, you gotta be like, you actually gotta let the cars go first, then you go, unless the guy's like, alright, you can go. Because I don't know, I don't trust the drivers here. They're just too wild. And you can get rained on. Obviously, that's a bummer if you don't have a poncho. And even if you do have a poncho, it's still annoying. It can get stolen, but if you have good security measures, it's pretty good. But you can still get stolen. So can a car, but you know, bike is more likely. And not so good for extreme long distance, like traveling to, you know, you want to go to Disney World. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a long ride on the bike. Be fun though, you just be long. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and peace.